Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Can we briefly go over what we did last week? Okay, first of all, alphabets. Who can recite the alphabets? Danshika, can you tell us the English alphabet?
What, sir?
The English alphabet. A, B, C, D.
O, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, W, X, Y, Z.
T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. How do you call that? Is alphabet. How do you spell alphabet? ALPHABET, alphabet. Okay, of how many letters are there in the alphabet?
26.
26. What kind of alphabets are there? There are two kinds.
Vowel words and rhymes words.
You have to speak louder.
Vowels word and rhyming words.
Vowels and consonants.
Yes, sir. Consonants word.
Consonants. Consonants, how do you spell? CONSONANTS. Consonants and vowels. How many vowels are there?
5, sir.
5. What are those?
A, I, O, U, F,
Good.
and
Excellent. And there is a special vowel. What is that?
Y.
Y. Yeah. Why is it a special vowel? Depending on the word in which it comes, sometimes it has a vowel sound, so it is a special vowel. Otherwise, it's a consonant. If a word begins with an alphabet, you use the article an. Otherwise, if the word starts with consonant, you use the article a. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What are the other things we did last week? Plural. Did we study singular and plural?
Yes.
Okay. How do you make a plural from a singular word?
S.
You add an S. Most of the time you add an S. Sometimes you have to add ES. Like church, it becomes churches. And if end in FE, then it becomes VES, like wife. If a person has many wives, is WIVES, the wives. Okay? Wife, wives. Knife, knives. You know knife? Kati. Okay, what else did we do last week? Did we read a story?
Yes, sir. Gingerbread man.
What's that?
Gingerbread man.
Gingerbread man. And that story, can it really happen? Can the gingerbread man jump out of the oven? And
No, teacher. No,
Huh?
sir.
No, sir.
It cannot happen, but it's an imagination. Katpane kalai. Imagination. Okay? And there were few words, we looked it up in the dictionary. What are those words? One of them is a cottage. How do you spell cottage?
Cottage.
Okay, Cottage. But when you pronounce it, you pronounce it almost like Cottige. So this is why English is not like Tamil. Tamil, you pronounce exactly the way it's written. But in English, the pronunciation, especially when the vowel sound comes, each of those letters, each of those vowels has about 3 or 4 or 5 different sounds. So this is why you have to look it up in the dictionary to find out how a word is pronounced until you have enough vocabulary. Vocabulary means knowledge of words. Until you have enough vocabulary, then you know there is a pattern. Pattern means or there's an order, there is some way of guessing what the pronunciation is. Even for native speakers, who are the native speakers whose mother tongue is English? Sometimes when they come across a word when they read, they may not know how to pronounce it unless they have heard it on the radio or television. They may not know how to pronounce it. So they too have to look it up in the dictionary to find the pronunciation. What are the other things you look up in the dictionary? Unlike Tamil, you pronounce the word in Tamil flat. There is no stress. But in English, syllables, if a word has more than one syllable, one of them is stressed and the others are not so stressed. And that syllable stress also, unless you have heard it from good English speakers or good radio or television, you can look it up in the dictionary to find which syllable is stressed. What is a syllable? Who can tell me what is a syllable? What is a syllable? Syllable is a minimum pronounceable part of a word. So a word has more than one syllable. One of them is stressed and others are stressed less. But when you start learning, you stress them more and more, but over time, you will say it in a natural way. It doesn't necessarily stand out, but at the same time, a native speaker can hear you stressing those syllables. Do you understand what syllable is? This is what people call accent, accentuation. So there is a difference between American pronunciation. Pronunciation is how you pronounce. And accentuation or stress from those of British. British pronounce sometimes differently and also accentuate differently. Okay? We also learn few words. Barn. What is a barn? Barn is where it's a shed or a building where you keep the farm equipment, ஆயுதங்கள், farm கலப்பைகள், டிராக்டர்கள், மம்பட்டி இதுகள் எல்லாம் வைக்கிற இடம் சொல்றது barn. BARN. In the Western country, barn, big farms, they are maybe 10, 15, 20 acres. So you need a lot of these equipment. Equipment is tractor, caliper, manvati, all of them are kept in that. And sometimes you keep the animals too in the barn. So you understand what a barn is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is an oven? OVEN. Oven is where you bake a cake or a bread or anything you want to bake. You use the oven. Normally in Sri Lanka, we will take it to a bread bakery. It's called Porane. Porane in Tamil. Do you know what Porane is? Say, if you want to bake a bread, you can ask your parents, how do you bake bread or cake in Sri Lanka? They will tell you how it is done. But in many of these countries, in the Western countries, you, in your home, where you cook, that is often you cook with gas or electricity. There is an oven below the burners. A small place you put the cake or bread or whatever it is, set the temperature at 300-400 degrees Fahrenheit and leave it there for an hour or so. And that's what oven is. Oven is spelled OVEN. Oven. Okay, what else did we learn? Any other new word? No? What are the other things we learned? Anything else did we learn last week? Okay. Can we start the... Okay, one more thing. Today, you said good morning. Yeah, it's morning for me. But for you guys, it's evening. Do you know how that happens?
No.
Who? Venejan.
எனக்கு
தெரியாதா? Okay. யாருக்கு தெரியும்? You know, the earth where all these countries are, like Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Canada, Europe, all of them are on a globe. Globe is like this, okay? Ball. a huge ball, big ball. So if you shine a light from a distance, the sun, can it shine on all parts of the globe? It cannot. It can only shine on part of the globe that is exposed to the sun. But fortunately for us, the earth rotates on its own axis. Because of that, it continuously exposes itself to sun. That's how we get day and night. And how long does it take for the earth to rotate about itself? Who knows that answer?
24 hours, sir.
24 hours, very good. That's how long it takes for the earth to rotate itself. And as it rotates 12 hours or closer to 12 hours, it is exposed to the sun, and the other 12 hours is in the darkness. So that's how you get day and night. What happens, why we have this time difference, almost 12 hours time difference between Indonesia and Toronto, where I live, is because Toronto is almost across the Indonesia. You are on one extreme part of the globe, and Toronto is in the other part. So the sun, as it comes shining in the morning, in Toronto is almost dark. And when it starts shining in Toronto, is almost dark in Indonesia. You can, if you have a globe, look it up in the globe where Indonesia is and where Toronto is. You will understand a bit more. If you don't, doesn't matter. We can go through it later on, another time. And I'll also mention briefly something else. In countries like Indonesia and Sri Lanka, there is no season. Throughout the year is either rains or is dry season, no rain. But in countries in the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere, what is hemisphere? The top half of the globe and the bottom half of the globe. That's the southern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere, hemi means H-E-M-I, hemisphere. Sphere is globe, like a ball. Northern hemisphere, the countries that are in the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, they go through seasons. What are the seasons? Who knows the seasons? Who knows what the seasons are? Okay, they are fall, then winter, spring, and summer. You have to remember this. I'll ask you a question next week. So what are the seasons? Fall, winter, spring, and summer. Why do we call the fall season? Because during that time, the trees drop all their leaves. During the winter months, trees do not have leaves on them. And then in the spring, they shoot, the small shoots come up, and by the time summer comes, they are full of leaves. So that's why you call falls, because the tree leaves fall from the trees. And then winter and spring, when the it starts to shoot leaves, and then summer. There are 4 seasons. I'll also mention the reason why you have these 4 seasons is because the axis of the earth is slightly tilted, and we'll go through that at a later time when you understand a bit more. But who can tell me how long does the earth to go around sun? Do you know, in the first place, the earth goes around the sun? Yeah, it does. And you know how long it takes for the earth to go around the sun? $365 and 1/4 days. 365 and 1/4 days. That's what is known as an year. So for the earth to go around the sun, it takes an year, 1 year. We'll later on talk what is a leap year, what is a regular year, and all these things. But for the moment, remember, it takes 365 and 1/4 days for the earth to go around the sun. Does it go in a circle? Yeah, it does go in a circle, but slightly elongated circle. Elongated, you know what is elongated? It is called elliptical. ELLIPTICAL, elliptical circle, meaning it's not perfect circle, slightly enlarged or longer on one end to the other end, and short on the other end, across. Anyway, we'll go through all of them at a later stage. Okay, now are you guys ready to read today's story? Who is not ready? Vinujan, can you read the story today?
What, sir?
Today's story, I send you a story. What's the name of the story? Who read the
Gentleman.
story? What about Princhika? Did you read the story?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Did you also watch that movie I sent you guys? That Tamil girl, you know how much she reads and reads and reads? Why it is important to read? If you don't read, it's difficult to learn the language. You may be small kids, but you have to start reading. Only then you are going to have a good command of the language. You can learn the language well. If you want to learn the language well, you have to start developing reading habits. Nowadays, you can get a lot of books and stories and many things on the internet. Do you use internet?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then you can look up lots of the stories and newspapers. Okay, who was going to read the story? Pranchika, you said you read the story.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you read the story?
Ellie and his camera by Raymond Present. Ellie lives in Istanbul, a big city in Turkey. He lives in an old building near the famous Blue Mosque. After school, Ellie comes home and sits at the window. He looks at the boats. They are going out to sea. What are you doing? Ellie mother asks. I am taking photo of those boats, Ellie said. His mother looked at him and laughed. Photos? How can you take photos? You have not got a camera. I know that, mother. I am taking photo in my head. I can see the photo here. Ellie shows a place near his eyes. His mother laughs. A guy, stop talking and go to your father's shop, she tells him. Ellie's father sells vegetables and fruit. Ellie walks in the shop after school. Don't move, stand there near the door. Ellie says suddenly why his father asks. I want to take your photo. Ellie's father smiles. My photo burst. First get a camera, then you can take my photo. Buy me a camera, Ellie said. Ellie's father stopped smiling. I have not got any money for cameras, he says slowly. Every afternoon, Ellie walks in the old city of Istanbul. He looks at the house near the water. Some houses are very old. He watches the men on the bridge. They are catching fish. He watches the boat. He watches and he sees photo in his head. How can I get the camera? He thinks. Finally, he has the answer. I am going to work in the market. There is an old market near Ellie's school. There are small shops in the market. People buy and sell food there. Ellie goes there every afternoon after school. He works with a smile. He carries bags for people like him, and they give him money. He puts it in his pocket. One day I am going to have a lot of money, Ali said to his mother. Then I can buy a camera and then I am going to take a photo of you in the kitchen. No, not in the kitchen. On the balcony with your father, his mother said. No, the no, not on the balcony. In my shop, his father said. One afternoon, Ellie is carrying a heavy bag for an old man. There is a man behind us, the old man said. Do you know him? Ellie looked at the man behind them. He is big and strong. No, I don't know him. He doesn't work in the market. Watch my bag, the old man says. Perhaps he's there all things of the money he in his pocket. Let's walk quickly, he tells the old man. I cannot walk quickly, you're young, but I am not. Suddenly, the big man takes the bag from Ellie's hand and starts to run away. Ellie runs after him. The man hits Ellie. Ellie falls down and his money falls out his pocket. The man puts down the bag. Then he takes Ellie's money and runs away. Ellie gives the bag to the old man. Thank you very much, the old man said. You are a very good young man. Ellie is unhappy, but he does not talk about the money or the money.
The word continue. What is continue means? தொடர்றது. தொடர்ந்து வாசிக்கிறது. அதைத்தான் continue to read. Okay. Are you தொடர்ந்து வாசிக்க போறீங்களா?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Good.
And you are very good to me. How can I thank you, Ellie said. Come again one day and take my photo, a real photo, and here is come money for today. I cannot take your money, but I can carry your bag from the market again, Ellie said. You are a good boy. Remember, my name is Mr. Giltis, she tells him. Of course, Mr. Giltis, Ellie said. Goodbye, Ellie.
Ellie.
Ellie, take good photos with my son's camera. Ellie ran home and tells his mother about Mr. Giltis and the camera. Does it work? His mother said. Yes, it worked. I am going to take your photo now, Ellie answered. But there is no film in it, son, his mother said. She gives us some money, go and buy some film, and I want to buy a new dress, then you can take my photo. Thank you, he said, but I want to buy films with my money. Not just Ellie works every day in the market. After school, every evening he comes home late. This is difficult. He thinks people do not do a lot of work for every little money. But one day Ali has the money for some film. I can take real photos now, he thinks. Ellie remembers Mr. Giltis and goes to her flat. She opens the door and sees him. She is very happy. I want to take your photo, Mr. Giltis, Ellie said. She takes Ellie into the kitchen. A tall man is drinking coffee there. This is my son. Take a photo. Take a photo. He walks in the street. Why did I walk away from Jeff's? He thinks it was not clever. Why did not think first? Why? Suddenly he sees a small photography shop. He goes in. An old man is sitting at the table. He has a happy face. His name is Sally. I like your shop. You have beautiful cameras. I want to work here, Alice says. I cannot give you any money, the old man answered. I don't want money. I want to learn about photography, Alice said. Look at my photo, please, Alice said. Selim looked at and then he said, we all see with our eyes, but good photographers see things with the eyes of the camera. Alice started to learn. He takes photos of people. He takes photos of doors and windows are lead to slowly says. Alice sees a lot of young children in the city. They work in shops or they sell fruit or cool drinks or newspapers in the street. Ellie takes photo of them to their smile on their faces, but their eyes are not smiling. Ellie saw Sally. His new photos, do you like them? Just Celine said. You are learning your building photos. When can I sell my photos? A newspaper, Alice asked. Wait, Selim answered. Ellie works at the market after school. He always wants money for his feelings. He takes photos of the people and the market too. Early on one Saturday morning, he sees some young children on a bridge. They have big and happy eyes and they are fishing. Ellie, why are you running away? She asks. All stops. I am not very clever, he said. Did useful tell you? He tells her about that day in Yusuf's office at the newspaper. I am sorry, no, he said. What are you talking about, Mr. Iltis? Said, don't you know one of your photo is in the newspaper today? My photo in the newspaper. Which photo? There are two children on a bridge. They are catching a big fish. Oh, Mr. Gildis, I'm very happy, Alice said, and he laughed just happily at can I have your big bag for you now? No, thank you. Go home now, she said. Alice ran to Selim. So, why my photos in the newspaper? He tells him. Yes, here it is, Selim says. And she shows Ali the newspaper. I don't understand who Selim is smelly. It was you showed my photo to Yusuf. Selim smiled a guy. Then he said, But you cannot stop learning. Yes, you are right. Oh, Alice. Tomorrow is a very important day for you. Alice doesn't understand tomorrow. Why is tomorrow important? The newspaper has a job for a young person. Selling tells him that person is going to learn about photography, and that young person is you. You are going to start your new job tomorrow. They laughed and laughed.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent for reading and preparing this for the work today and for going through this now, for reading it now. So now I think what we will do, we'll go through line by line and find out difficult words and look them up in the dictionary. What do we look them up in the dictionary for? Who can give me an answer for that? What do we look up in the dictionary? For the meaning and for the pronunciation and for syllable stress. Okay. Let's start. Who can come up with the first word that we don't understand? Do you know where Turkey is? Who knows where the country Turkey is? It's near Middle East. Part of the country is in Europe. Part of the country is in Asia. Okay, who can come up with the first word that we need to find the meaning of? Do you know what is a blue mosque? Do you know what a mosque is? Who can tell me what a mosque is? Okay, who can come up with the first word that we need to look up in the dictionary? Who knows what a mosque is?
Sir, I don't know.
I don't know, sir.
Okay.
I don't know, sir.
Okay, mosque is like a temple for the Muslims. You know, where do Hindus go and pray? In a temple. நீங்க கோயிலுக்கு போறீங்களா?
Yes, sir, I go.
Yes, sir.
Temple, sir.
Yes, sir, I go.
Yeah. The Muslim go to mosque. Mosque போய்தான் அவங்க, who is their God? Allah. I mean, we have many gods, the Hindus. Muslims have mainly Allah, A-L-L-A-H, Allah. And Blue Mosque is a mosque in Istanbul that is a famous, well-known, world over, well-known mosque. It's blue in color, that's why they call it Blue Mosque. I'm going through the line by line and looking for difficult words. We look up another word later on. Photography is the syllable is pronounced is stressed differently. Okay. How many of you know what a camera is?
Sir, Sir, we can take
We
photos with
can
camera,
take
sir.
many photos.
Yes. Nowadays, you can take a photo with your smartphone, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So, what does Ali's father do?
What, sir?
What does Ali's father do? What work does he do?
He sells vegetables.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Very good. He sells vegetables and fruit. Vegetable, you know, but what is fruit? Palangal. So when Ali's father says, first get a camera, then you can take my photo. So Ali says, buy me a camera. What did the father say?
I have not got any money.
Good. Excellent. Very, very good. I haven't got any money. I don't have enough money to buy your camera. So when every afternoon Ali walks in the old city of Istanbul, he looks at the houses near the water. Some houses are very old. He watches the men on the bridge. They are catching fish. He watches the boats. He watches and sees photos in his head. அப்ப தந்த தலைக்குள்ள அந்த படங்களை எடுக்கிற மாதிரி யோசிச்சு கொண்டு நடக்கிறார் அலி. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So he thinks, suddenly he has an answer how to buy a camera. He is going to work in the market and make some money. And with that money, he will buy the camera. There is an old market near Ali's school. There are small shops in the market. People buy and sell food there. என்ன அந்த அந்த மார்க்கெட்ல என்ன விக்கிறவன்? சாப்பாடு, food. So Ali goes there every afternoon after school. So do any one of you go and work after your school?
No, sir.
No,
sir.
At
No,
least
sir.
at least do you go home and do your homework?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's very good. How in other places children will have to work very hard to earn. Sometimes they work part-time. Part-time is not full-time, to make some money to help their parents, because their parents may not be rich and they may not have enough money for the family. So what the children do, they do part-time work, especially when they are your age, say after 10 or 12, they can go do some part-time work, make some money, and then give it to the parents. At least you guys don't have that problem. You know what a kitchen is?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Samayalare.
Samelare. Okay. What is a balcony?
I don't know, sir.
Okay,
I don't know,
balcony.
sir.
Okay, balcony is in apartment buildings or even a house, a small area that goes outside the building, outside the apartment, or sort of hangs over the apartment, where you can put a chair and read something or watch people going by, or it's not your normal living space. You can't have a bed and sleep there, but it's a small area protruding. Protruding means முன்னுக்கு தள்ளி கொண்டு இருக்கிறது, அபார்ட்மெண்ட்டுக்கு முன்னாலே இருக்கிறது. That's what is known as a balcony. It's not your normal living space. உங்களோட படுக்கை அறையோ அல்லது ஆக்களை உபசரிக்கிற அறையே என்னன்னு சொல்றது இங்கிலீஷ்ல?
I don't know, sir.
Living room. Living room is where you entertain people and talk to them. If somebody visits your home, you normally take them to your living room or a part of your apartment where you entertain people. உபசரிக்கிறது, ஆக்களை உபசரிக்கிறது. So there was a big, strong guy. What did he do? This big, strong guy was walking behind the old man and Ali. The old man asked him, "Do you know this guy?" And he says, "No, I don't know, and he doesn't work in the market." So he said, "Watch my bag," the old man says. "Perhaps he is a thief." Who is a thief? Kallan. Yeah. "I can't walk quickly. You are young, but I'm not." Suddenly the big man takes the bag from the Ali's hand and starts to run away. Ali runs after him. The man hits Ali. He falls down and his money falls out. Ali had some money in the pocket. That money is falling out. He takes Ali's money and runs away. At least he leaves the bag behind. So Ali gives the bag to the old man. "Thank you very much," the old man says. "You are a very good young man." So was Ali happy about the event? What happened there? No, he was not happy because he lost his money. As he fell, his money came out of the pocket and the guy took all the money and ran away. That's why he left the shopping bag behind, for the old man's shopping bag. And so Ali lost the money, but he was not happy, but he didn't tell his mother or father about it. And he was thinking, well, I can start again. The day after that, Ali is at the market. People are making a lot of noise. Ali is standing and waiting for work. So Ali, normally what he does, he goes to the market, and if anyone says, "Take this bag to my apartment or to my house," he carries the bag for them. Suddenly, an old woman comes to him and says, "Can you carry my two heavy bags? I live near statue of Ataturk." What is statue?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Silai. In Sri Lanka, have you seen any statue? Statue of Chelvanayagam, statue of Bandaranaike, statue of D.S. Senanayake. These are former prime ministers.
Yes, sir.
Gandhi statue.
Yes,
So,
sir.
statue of. So, who is Ataturk? Ataturk was, I think, if I'm right, army general. He became the prime minister of Turkey. He was considered a very famous leader of Turkey. He was well regarded. I think what you should do, if you can use the internet, look up who is an Ataturk. Who is Ataturk? I think he was the prime minister of Turkey. He brought a lot of good policies. Anyway, so we will, if you can look up in the internet and learn about Ataturk, we can discuss about who is Ataturk next week. So they arrive at the statue of Ataturk. Remember Ataturk, he was very important man for Turkey, the old woman says. I will take photo of you and Ataturk, Ali says. Where is your camera? The old woman asked. I haven't got a camera, Ali said. The old woman looks at him, then she smiles. They come to the old woman's street. Ali carries the bag up to her flat. What is a flat? Flat is an apartment. Flat is a word they use in Britain, in UK, in England. They refer to the living place a flat. Flat means an apartment. In American term is apartment. In British term is a flat. Is in a multi-story பல அடுக்கு மாடிகள்ல ஒரு இருக்கிற சீவிக்கக்கூடிய இடத்தை ஹவுஸை சொல்றது flat. In the American language, it is apartment. I don't know what they use in Indonesia. So she is asking the old woman, how much money do you want? So what did Ali say? What is his money for? Ennadhukka, and the old woman is asking, how much money do you want?
Buy camera, sir?
No, because he carried that old lady's bags from the shopping place to her apartment, to her flat. So, adukku kooli evla venumendu kekra and the old woman. What did Ali say?
Ali says, how much do you want to give me?
Yeah, Ali is saying, நீ எவ்வளவு கொடுக்க விரும்புகிறாய்? And sit here and wait, she says. இதுல இருந்து கொஞ்சம் பொறுத்துக்கோ. She goes into the small room and comes back with a camera in her hand. This was my son's first camera. Take it, she said. இது இந்த மாண்ட கேமரா, முதல் கேமரா, அதை கொண்டு போ நீ என்று. Ali looks at the camera for a long time. He takes it in his hand. Did he take the camera with him? Or what did he do?
Then he it back to the old man.
Old woman, because he says, I can't take this one. என்னால கொண்டு போக முடியாது. ஏன்னா it's beautiful. It's a very அழகான camera. Beautiful means அழகான camera. But I can't take it. I cannot take it. And he is returning it to the woman. Did the old woman take it back?
No.
She takes the camera and puts it back again on Ali's hand. My son doesn't want it. My son doesn't want it. He has a new camera. He has a புது camera வச்சிருக்கார் now. So you are very good to me. How can I thank you? Ali says. So what does it mean? நீ எனக்கு மிகவும் நன்றா இருக்கிறாய். நான் என்னென்று உங்களை உபகாரம் பண்றது என்னென்று உங்களை என்னுடைய அப்ரிசியேஷனை உங்களுக்கு என்னென்று சொல்றது. அந்த ஓல்ட் லேடி இந்த பேர் என்ன?
Mrs. Yildiz.
Mrs. Yildiz. அப்ப நாங்க யோசிக்கிறது எங்கட பேர் தான் கரைச்சல் என்று வெளியே இடத்து இது ஒரு டர்க்கிஷ் நேம். Yildiz. She tells him, of course, Mrs. Yildiz, Ali says. Goodbye, Ali. Take good photo with my son's camera. Ali runs home and tells his mother about his illness and the camera. So mother is, what is the mother asking?
Does it work?
Yeah, அது வேலை செய்யுமா? Yes, it works.
It works, sir.
I'm going to take your photos now, Ali answered. But இது normal camera. Normal camera என்ன மாதிரி இப்ப இந்த கேமராக்கள் எல்லாம் எல்லாம் they have become digital camera. Digital என்ன லைக் போன்ல இருக்கிற மாதிரி அல்லது வேற இதுகள் எல்லாம் கம்ப்யூட்டர் சிப்ஸ் பாவிச்சு படம் மெமரியில ஸ்டோர் பண்றது. முந்தைய இந்த மாதிரி படங்கள் எடுக்கிறது ஒரு ஃபில்ம் போர்ட வேணும். என்னென்று எடுக்கிறது ஒரு ஃபில்ம். FILM ஃபில்ம். Have you ever நீங்க யாரும் பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா அந்த ஃபில்ம் போட்ட கேமரா என்னென்ன படம் எடுக்கிறாங்க?
இல்ல சார், நான் பார்த்ததில்ல.
இல்ல சார்.
ஓகே, இப்போ ஒரு 20-30 இயர்ஸுக்கு முதல் படம் எடுக்கிறா யூ நீட் டு புட் அ ஃபில்ம் இன் த கேமரா. ஃபில்ம் வந்தா ஒரு நீட்டு பிளாஸ்டிக் ரோல் ஆஃப் ஃபில்ம் போட்டு ஒவ்வொரு படம் ஒரு ரோல்ல அதிகமா 35 படங்கள் எடுக்கலாம். படங்கள் எடுத்தா உடனே பார்க்கலாமோ படங்களை?
இல்ல சார்.
இல்ல, படத்தை நீங்க ஸ்டூடியோக்கு போட்டோகிராபிக் ஸ்டூடியோக்கு அனுப்பி அவங்க அதை டெவலப் பண்ண வேணும். டெவலப் பண்றால் ஒரு கெமிக்கல்ஸ்ல போட்டு அதை அந்த படங்களை டெவலப் பண்ணி போட்டு பிறகு அதை பிரிண்ட் பண்ண வேணும். அந்த ஒவ்வொரு படமா எடுத்து பிரிண்ட் பண்ண வேணும். அது ஒரு பெரிய ப்ராசஸ். அப்படி எடுத்த படம் எடுத்தான் அந்த படங்களை பார்க்கலாம். அந்த நீங்க அந்த கேமராவை துறந்து அந்த பிலிம் எடுத்து பார்த்தா நீங்க படத்தையும் பார்க்க இயலாது, அதுல இருக்க படங்களும் அழிஞ்சு போகும். அப்ப அது ஒரு இருட்டு அறையில கொண்டு போய்த்தான் அதை டெவலப் பண்ணி ஒரு விதமான வெளிச்சம் இல்லாத அறையில இதை கொண்டு போய் கெமிக்கல்ஸ்ல போட்டு எடுத்து பிறகு ஒவ்வொரு படமா பிரிண்ட் பண்றேன்டா என்ன ஒரு ஸ்பெஷல் எக்யூப்மெண்ட், ஒரு கருவியை பாவிச்சு ஒவ்வொரு பேப்பர்ல அந்த படங்களை பிரிண்ட் பண்ணணும், அச்சடிக்கிற மாதிரி பிரிண்ட் பண்ண வேணும். அப்ப தாய் சொல்றா, அப்ப நீ முதல் போய் இந்த இந்த ஃபில்ம் இல்லாம படம் எடுக்க இயலாது. அப்ப தாய், mother gives him some money to buy film. Did he accept the money? Did Ali take money from his mother to buy film? Did he take? No, Ali said, no, I will buy the film with my own money. I will earn money and then I will buy the film. So, why don't we stop here and continue next week? So, next week, we will finish the balance of the story and look up the difficult words in the dictionary, and also I will find another story and send it to you, but you must read them. கிளாஸுக்கு வர முதல் நீங்க வாசிக்கணும். இன்றைக்கு ஒரு ஆள் தான் வாசிச்சது. யார் இன்றைக்கு வாசிச்சு இந்த ஸ்டோரியை ரீட்? Very, very good. Excellent. Prinsika did a very, very good job being prepared for the class and ready to read in the class. That's how everyone should be. And if you didn't know any words, I said look it up in the dictionary. If that is difficult, talk to your friend and say, do you know how to look it up in the dictionary? Or otherwise ask me in the next class, sir, I don't know how to look it up in the dictionary. So we can jointly look it up in the dictionary. What dictionary did I say you can use to look up the words? Dictionary.com. So you put it in on the internet and look up dictionary.com and look up the word. It'll give you the meaning of the word. சில நேரம் ஒரு சொல்ல பார்க்க போய் இன்னொரு சொல்லு தெரியாம இருக்கும். அப்ப அந்த சொல்ல பார்க்கணும் என்ன மீனிங் என்று. அது இந்த உச்சரிப்பு, சிலபஸ் எல்லாம் அந்த டிக்ஷனரியில இருக்கு. So we will continue next week.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye,
Okay.
sir. Have a nice day, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Have
sir.
a nice day,
Bye.
sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Good night.